Oh, that's a big fish.
Boy, did you see that soft sip? Did you see that sip?
Well, you know, I tried to run the other camera here to get the take, and no, I didn't.
That is a big fish. That is truly a big. Wow, I couldn't even move him.
You're not going to want him to go down too far here, or you're going to be going a long way.
We got trouble.
Okay.
Help me!
Come off of there.
Help me! Bye, Granny. Pull from the bottom end of it. You can't go to the top.
Well, at least it's going to get calmer down here.
Can you believe that? He just hates that net, man. He does not want it. He is way too strong for this.
No, there you go. There you go.
All right. All right, go get him. I'll get his head up again. There, just lift him. There he is. Cradle. Perfect.
Well, that was a good run. You got your workout.
Unbelievable. Now that is a Westslope cutthroat. Let me pop the nose out here. If you lift it up, let me just take the fly out. Oh, he's been caught a couple times. Where'd you take it? Oh, no, you ate it. I'm going to do it upside down here.
Well, that was a pretty good run. You don't
I
expect
need my
to
hemostats.
have to do that when you get a cutthroat.
Well, unfortunately, when a cutthroat weighs 3 pounds, the game gets a little more interesting, of course, but for all intents and purposes, you're right. Let's try and revive him a little. There, he looks good now.
Yeah, he looks good.
Why don't we hold him up here, and I'll grab the net and you can hold him up, okay? Like so. Okay.
There we go.
That is the trophy Westslope
That's definitely
cutthroat.
a trophy, yeah. You bet.
Isn't that something?
Unreal.
Oh. And I have clients come from all over the world to catch a couple of these.
I bet you do.
Let him go right there. You'll be happy right there.
Right there, yes, nice and calm for him. Oh, wow.
Thanks a lot. Boy, we have to work to get that.
We did. Hey, that's what we came for. We knew we were going to get a big fish sooner or later today, and we came here, and that was actually the whole premise of doing the show, was to catch a big fish just like that guy right there.
Fantastic. Good job. Thanks for netting for me, buddy.
Well, I finally got him for you.
Wow.
We had to chase a long way.
What a run.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the bench. You know, the nice thing about a gray pattern is you can always modify it and make it even better. What we've done today is we've taken a traditional Royal Coachman pattern, added a white wing and some white rubber legs, and we call it Cutthroat Candy. Fantastic fly for cutthroat trout. Make sure you have these materials ready before you tie this fly. For the hook, we're going to use a TMC 2302 size 12. We'll use some 8/0 black thread to tie with, some golden pheasant crest for the tail, some peacock herl with red thread for the body. For the legs, we'll use some white rubber leg material. We'll use some white calf tail for the wing and a brown hackle for the hackle. We're going to start off with the tail, and I've taken a clump of my golden pheasant crest and we're just going to tie it in for the tail. And I like to extend it back about 1 inch. Now the first step to tying the body, we're going to take a little bit of peacock herl and just tie it in and form our first little clump. We're just going to wrap it forward so we get a nice little butt built up of our peacock herl. At this stage, a lot of people like to tie in some red floss. Well, I actually like to use some red thread. So what I'm going to do is just whip finish off my black thread and snip it off and tie in some red thread and form a real nice midsection of thread. Build it up quite nice so you get a real nice bright little red section right in between. What I've done is actually whip finished off my red thread, and now I've tied my black thread back on. I'm going to take 2 more strands of my peacock herl and tie it in, and again form a nice few wraps here and build up that peacock herl. Form another segment. I've taken a clump of my white calf tail and I'm going to extend it back so it's just matching the wing so it's as long as the tail. We're going to hold it there and tie it in for the wing. I've taken a brown hackle. I like the brown hackle. It really seems to work nice to make the legs. We're just going to wrap it in right now. I've taken some white rubber leg material now and we're going to just wrap it in, tie in a set on one side and then go to the other side and tie in another set of rubber legs. We're going to take a good set of hackle pliers and hook them on our hackle. Now what we'll do is pull those rubber legs back. We'll take a few hackle turns around behind those legs we put in. Let them go back. Now take a few wraps in between where we'd actually tied them in, and then we'll pull them forward and take a few wraps on the head of the fly to form some hackle at the front of the fly. For the final step in the fly, we're going to trim our legs down. What I like to do is just pull the back legs about the length of the wing back in the fly and snip them off, and the front ones I like to be just about a ½ inch past the eyelet. Well, there it is, the finished cutthroat candy. And hey, the name says it all. Whenever you're fishing for cutthroat trout, put this fly on.
Oh, come on, let's get down to a couple other holes before we're done. This is a few years back when I first came by. There was it looked like there was an elk kill. This is elk bones.
Yep.
Yeah, you can tell by the size of the knuckles on the front leg or the knee, or actually that looks like a knuckle off the elbow.
Yep. Wow.
The front leg.
So if you're coyotes or wolves or something got it?
Probably wolves, or could be a cougar, could be a grizzly.
And
you know,
well, this is the area where you get everything, isn't it?
there's a lot of wild animals up here, so.
You know, when we say take care at the end of the show, that's what we mean.
Yeah.
Go in the wild.
Well, we do have bear
place.
spray with us, so just in case that might happen, but I don't know how much protection.
We're making lots of noise too as we're walking, because we've walked quite a few
That's
miles
a good
today.
tip for the bush. When you're coming into the bush out here, it's a really good idea to make sure that you either have something that makes a lot of noise, or if you don't have that, make a lot of noise yourself. Like, make sure when you walk through the bush that you're talking with a friend. Let people know where you are all the times. Let animals know where you are at all times.
So you don't surprise them.
Yeah.
Or better yet, you bring along someone who does make a lot of noise.
Well, that's me. Perfect. Good, let's go. Not bad, Granny. We had 3 strikes and finally got the fish. He rolled to it 3 times, we finally got him.
You say that never happens?
That never happens.
No?
That
Okay.
never happens up here. It's so rare.
Look how
Everybody
fat.
the size of that sunfish.
Sunfish, yeah. Well, you know what I was doing? I was just yanking it away from him way too fast. And,
yeah, you got to let these guys take their food.
He just didn't have a chance at all. Look how fat that is. That is just amazing. So we get him turned around here. There he goes. Yeah, I was just yanking it away. Didn't get a chance. That's why I kept coming up for it. Third time I just waited and just gave the little pull. And
yeah, he slowed down on that last take, and he
well,
took
it's been a while since we caught a fish here because we had to stop and eat, of course.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, so I was just getting a little excited.